Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to William McDowell Field at Helen A. Ford Middle School for the final exhibition game of the Pemberton Hornets as we are here in South Jersey, here in Pemberton Township, New Jersey. I'm Jake Schwartz for another edition of It's All About Sports, inaugural season of It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. We'll be joined momentarily by my partner in crime, South Jersey's own Brian Warwick. He'll offer us a few insights on both Pemberton and Lawrence as Pemberton faces Lawrence. Pemberton getting set to go for a week from tomorrow when they open the regular season against Princeton High School, and I believe that will be at Princeton High School.
Guys, this is our house right here.
Again, we were certainly handed the roster from Lawrence High School, yet we know almost next to nothing about this team. Pemberton, we saw about a week ago, their running game was the most exciting that we saw, including their starting, again, once we get the roster back from my partner, Brian Warwick, we'll be able at least to get the, we'll at least be able to get things going here, and it looks like we're about to have that in a few moments. All right, we are, all right, we're about set to go, and hopefully in a few moments, and yes, it looks like we're going to be joined by the newest member of It's All About Sports, Brian Warwick. Brian, good to see you, my friend. Welcome to It's All About Sports.
Likewise, looking forward to this. It's going to be an exciting year.
Well, let's talk about this first because Pemberton is taking on Lawrence High School. Lawrence is coached by Nathan Jones, his third year. You seem to know little things about this Pemberton High School. What can we expect out of them here today in their tune-up before they play Princeton next week?
Well, Pemberton's got a veteran offensive line and a veteran quarterback. However, they're young at wide receiver. They're young in the backfield. So there's opportunities because when you have a good offensive line, anything can happen. And Lawrence was on a rebuilding year last year, so this should be an excellent scrimmage for both teams.
Yeah, now, what I've already spoken with head coach of the Pemberton team, that'd be John Rasnick, entering his 15th season, mentioned that you're only going to see the first team here in the first half, and then you'll see the second string. That would be the JV, which should be a very nice test for both these teams. Again, Nathan Jones is in his third season. The kickoff is underway, and we're set to go. It is Pemberton versus Lawrence in the final tune-up for New Jersey sports. Now, I guess because this is a scrimmage, they don't want anybody, I guess, to get seriously hurt. I think that's very smart. That's very smart. So now we'll see the offense that's coming onto the field for, and we'll have to find out. It looks like I think it's Devon Hemingway is the starting quarterback. He's a junior. What can you tell us about him, Brian?
I don't really know much about Lawrence.
That's all right.
We're going to find out.
That's all right.
We're going to find out together.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I do not blame you at all. It'll be a very nice test again, as mentioned. Defensively for this is a two-way team again for this Pemberton team. Again, we'll see Joe Benson in a few moments. And I believe in the gun, looks like it's, actually that's not Hemingway, that's a guy wearing number 74. Very unusual. Very unusual, nevertheless, the handoff, it doesn't get far. Now, the scoreboard isn't even on. It looks like it was a 4-yard gain to their running back, and that was number 43. That's their junior tailback, William Johnson. Yeah. Johnson comes in at about, looks like 5'7".
You know, they picked up 4 yards there, and Pemberton's in their 4-3 defense, so they're going to be relying on their linebackers to give them some outstanding defensive play.
Well, we saw that. Well, we had the privilege of seeing them last week, and they were definitely a team that likes to attack. They like to all-out type blitz, and Rasnick really has that team again, I think, in the right direction as Johnson continues to get the call. Maybe gets about a yard on that one.
Well, this is going to be the big down for them right here. You know, you have third and 2.5 and 3, and you always want to get your offense on the field.
Now,
so defense has to step up right here.
Now, what do you suggest they do here on third? What do you suggest they do here on 3rd and 3, Brian? Do you suggest a pass play?
No, I think they're going to run. They picked up about 4 yards a chunk, so you have to be careful for play action.
Well, don't let the size fool you with Will Johnson. He may be 5'8", but this guy looks like he's got some unbelievable type of strength. This guy looks like he could pound it like a younger version of Ron Dane back in his playing days with the New York Giants. And I think Johnson's going to have the first down here. And he does. He needed 3, gains about 4. And here comes the Lawrence High School football team, and they're not to be confused with Lawrenceville Prep, the Mid-Atlantic Prep School out of the Lawrenceville area. That's the same high school, by the way, where Joakim Noah went. And Brian Warwick, those of you who don't know, is one of the famed athletes ever to come out of South Jersey. We'll see him a lot during the basketball season. Let me tell you, this guy could probably fill us in on everything we need to know about South Jersey. I believe it. As Johnson gets a nice call, flag is down. This looks like this is coming back, Brian Warwick, for a holding penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't do such a good job there. I know the wide receiver missed his block, and it looks like probably one of the interior linemen were holding on that play.
Yeah. Well, let's get the call again, as mentioned from the official. By the way, in case anybody was wondering, It's All About Sports is underway for the regular season. We started officially in Pennsylvania. Had the privilege of seeing Newman Goretti and Delaware Valley. Still unclear whether we'll do a doubleheader, but we will be one way or another. We're down the shore again in the Labor Day Classic. Newman Goretti is taking on Columbia of Pennsylvania, so it'll be an all-Pennsylvania matchup. Whether we get these first game or not, that still, again, as mentioned, remains to be seen, but It's All About Sports will be on the air. The games, again, as mentioned, will be recorded and streamed to pay-per-view on it'sallaboutsports.com. Nevertheless, though, dropping back to pass following a 10-yard holding penalty and incomplete, intended for, that was actually Hemingway. That's Davon Hemingway, the talented wide receiver. Now, we thought Hemingway, again, was originally the quarterback. We apologize again to all those who are listening out there on Internet land, but we don't officially have the quarterback because head coach Nathan Jones did not give us that quarterback name. But that's all right, though, because in a few moments, though, once we go to the offensive front with Pemberton, we'll know everything we need to know again about Pemberton. Keep your eyes again focused, Brian, on this dynamic duo on this running game, and that's Jaquay Redding and Jermaine Clay, who are the again, big off-season addition for Pemberton, acquiring Jermaine Clay.
Oh, boy.
A nice hole to run, and down the sideline. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he is off to the races for a touchdown, and Lawrence strikes first. That had to be at least
71 yards.
A 71-yard touchdown run, and just like that, because again, this is just a scrimmage, it's 6-0 in favor of Lawrence.
That was a nice counter play that they ran. They pulled the guard and they trapped the defensive tackle for Pemberton. They've been going in the same direction, just a little counter play there.
That was exactly the run that they were looking for. That 10-yard holding penalty, again, as mentioned, just seemed to be a little, it just seemed like it could have been a barn burner kind of for this Lawrence team. But unfortunately, that certainly changed as soon as 20 was off to the races. And again, we apologize for his name. We don't know his name. We'll find out his name, hopefully, when the time comes. Meanwhile, Pemberton again, or I should say, Lawrence is lining up for the point after touchdown. Trying to take already have the first lead as they draw first blood here at Helen Fort Dix Middle School. And the extra point is good. That makes the score 7-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll get set to go again. Pemberton is about to go on offense when we return. Back here at Helen A. Fort Dix Middle School here in Pemberton Township, New Jersey, and William McDowell Field. I'm Jake Schwartz for another edition of It's All About Sports, joined by our newest member of It's All About Sports, Brian Warwick, who will be with us throughout the 2016 high school football season. As Lawrence strikes first, they're leading 7-0 following a 71-yard touchdown run. Again, the first of many games we'll have coming up within the next 48 hours. Again, still undecided on the West Catholic, Roman Catholic over in the Labor Day showdown, but we will definitely have the 4 o'clock showdown between Newman Goretti and Columbia. That game, both games played at Maxwell Field in Wildwood Township, New Jersey. Meanwhile, here comes Lawrence. They're about set to kick off here. Back to receive. Looks to be, let's find out. It looks like we have a couple back to receives. Jaquay Redding is one of those who is back to receive for the Hornets. Kick is high and end over end, and it's a short one. And looks like it's going to be picked up. No, again, it won't be because, remember, again, this is just a scrimmage. There will be no tackling, at least on the kickoff. And here comes senior quarterback Joseph Benson. Benson, again, we saw him having a couple of nice throws last week in the three-team scrimmage that we saw about a week ago today. Bordentown was among those teams that were on hand. as was Mapleshade. We were very impressed with all three of those schools, especially that Mapleshade defense. They look like they have a nice future. These are all teams, again, that come out of the West, I think West Jersey division, Brian. You seem to know a lot of things about these divisions, though.
Yeah, West Jersey has all the teams lined up together, so it's one big super conference.
It's among one of the top conferences again in all of Jersey. And the handoff again goes right to Reading. And look at Reading again. It's some muscle on that. They're finally going to blow the whistle here. Reading maybe got about 3 or 4 yards, and he gets a nice hand here from this Pemberton Township crowd. What do you think about Jaquay Reading?
Well, he hit the hole hard. We're going to see some good things hopefully from him. He's young. As I said earlier, the running backs are young, but the veteran line should help him out.
Well, it's going to be second down, probably about 7, I would say. I'm going to think it's maybe about a 3-yard gain. Here comes again Benson lining his team up. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. In the backfield again remains Jaquay Reading. And here's Benson in motion goes. I believe that's Jordan Heck. One half of the Heck brothers.
Looks like the tight end jumped on that.
Looks like a false start's going to be called on tight end Isaiah Studevant. I believe that is Studevant. He'll be called for a false start, which is going to back them up 2nd and 7. Now has become second down at about 12. Benson again, who is considered one of the top players in South Jersey. Don't know on where he is officially getting recruited, nor do I know where any of the other players are getting looked at. John Rasnick again is coming into his 15th season as the team's head coach. He's been the head coach here at Pemberton since 2002, and Nathan Jones is now 3 years and counting. Good short screen off the hands. We saw a lot of that yesterday, and this is going to be for defenseless receiver. That pass intended for incomplete. I'm going to say that's Tysheen Williams, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt. The pass was right on target. It might have been a tad. It wasn't even high. He should have caught that. Hit him in the hands.
It wasn't even a question. Williams makes that catch, goes right to his hands, but a penalty is going to be called for hitting a defenseless wide receiver. And as expected, it's going to be a personal foul called on Lawrence, which means this is probably going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Hornets. Well, I'll tell you what, I've been doing football games, really started over the last week or so. It is finally nice at least to bring in a color commentator to help me out. And who better to help out than the pride of South Jersey, Mr. Brian Warren. So first down following a 15-yard late hit on the Lawrence defense. Here's Benson again, first down and 10 from it looks like his own 40-yard line. He hands the ball off, goes to the right side, breaking free and getting a couple tackles, though there is a flag. Should have enough for a first down. That was Jaquay Reading, but it looks like this one's coming back, I believe, as Brian Warwick says, we got a holding penalty.
Yeah, it looks like the wide receiver just held that block a little too long. And when you're out there that far away from the line of scrimmage, you just take the defensive back whichever way he wants to go and let the running back read your block.
Well, I like what Reading did. He had some nice cutbacks. Unfortunately, I could say he had a little bit of a hole. That would explain the hold. Yeah. So it is a 10-yard holding penalty. Goes from the 40. It looks like they're going to move this probably back to about the 30-yard line. At least I think they're going to do this. Actually, the hold's going to be on the spot of the foul.
Looks that way, and it's still going to be first down, and it's 1st and 7.
I'll probably say because it was about a 3-yard run again from Reading. Reading again continues to get the call. There's a lot more run than there actually is passing out of the Pemberton offense. Lining up again, it looks like it's shotgun is Benson, and one in the backfield, trips to the left and one to the right on 1st and 7. Here's a short screen, and he finds his tight end Studevant. He gets a nice block, breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet, down the sideline he goes, and he will walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Should say from the 37, this is easily has to be at least, let's find out again, I'm going to probably say about a 63-yard touchdown catch. That play is tacked on 63 yards. First, a 71-yard run by Lawrence and a 63-yarder by Studevant. And just like that, the Hornets respond. They're 1 point away from tying this ball game. What a What a great offensive play again. Brian Warwick by Isaiah Studevant, getting his blockers, eluding his blockers, and taking it all the way down the end to the end zone.
You know, he's a talented young individual. You can see that right there. But he broke 3-4 tackles to get into the end zone. So I know Pemberton's got to find a way to get the ball in his hands more often.
Well,
it's the first time he's touched it.
And I'll tell you this, I haven't actually had a chance to see much of him last week in the scrimmage, and he certainly showed it as the point after is going to be no good. You can actually hear the referees yelling that it was no good. It looked pretty good on my end, but I guess that's okay. Nevertheless, though, Lawrence is still going to lead 7-6, and they'll be back on offense right after this. On the new high school sports show, It's All About Sports. Back here again at William A. McDowell Stadium, or I should say William McDowell Field, here at Helen Fort Middle School here in Pemberton Township, New Jersey. Jake Schwartz, Brian Warwick bringing you all the action for It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. You can visit us again on the website, it'sallaboutsports.com. Again, we will record all games for the upcoming football season. And then we will, or I should say after recording, we'll upload. You'll have fans, you the fans, have the opportunity to stream the games on it'sallaboutsports.com. We've actually been talking with a lot of different schools. We can use your games. Just give us a ring. We'll be able to come out to your local games. You can use it as a fundraiser. You can use it, I believe, if you're trying to get access. This is also for the parents who can't come out and see their kids play. And a good example is this weekend, Brian, because Newman is playing Columbia. Columbia, I think, is about at least a 2.5-hour drive or even a 3-hour drive from where they live up to Wildwood. So fans would be very interested in seeing their son play this coming weekend. But let's focus on the play at hand. Lawrence with the football. Again, they scored a 71-yard touchdown run to open the game. They hand the ball off this time. Let's find out who this gentleman is. That's number 43. That is Will Johnson, who continues to get the hole. And right now, again, Pemberton, again, continuing. Their defensive front line looks very, very talented and skilled.
They do look good. Will Johnson for Lawrence, though, seems to be the workhorse. He's had at least four carries so far. So I think that Lawrence may have to open it up with a pass just a tad. They look like they just want to run the ball primarily.
Yes, I've noticed that. And Pemberton's got a very nice defensive line, a very big line, if I may say so myself. When we saw Delaware Valley Charter and Newman Goretti last week, he had 280-pound average. This looks like a team that can average about 200 pounds. Flags come down. This is going to be a false start. It looks like it's going to be on lineman number 74, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like 47, excuse me. I forgot there was a 47. So, again, it looks like a false start penalty. That's going to be called again on Lawrence.
You're safe just to say the whole left side.
All right, all right.
The whole left side.
Well, I appreciate that, Brian. I have to, you know what? You could say 47. You could say 74. You just want to look at the correct number. You got to remember that 47 is rare for an offensive lineman, by the way. And that's, I think, in football in general.
Yeah, but they're just practice jerseys that these guys are wearing. They're not their game uniforms.
Right.
So when they get the game uniforms on, I think you have to be in the 60s or 70s.
Sure. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with that.
He's the nose. Call is the nose.
So it looks like we have a big third down coming up again for Lawrence. Lawrence started off the game again, as mentioned, on a touchdown run of 71 yards.
Let's go.
Isaiah Studevant, a 63-yard touchdown catch from Joe Benson, which he turned from looked like a 5-yard play all the way down, and he got some really good blockers. But again, Pemberton's going to have to get it back here with a big defensive stand. Taking the snap. Finally, Lawrence is going to throw here high in the air and incomplete. Now there is a flag down. It could be pass interference.
Yeah, he barely touched him. It looked like it's a free ball right there. The ball's up for grabs. That's a tough call to accept for Pemberton.
Now, I think that was Tysheen Williams, I think.
Wow.
And they are going to call pass interference. So our head referee, again, as mentioned, is going to call pass interference here. And it looks like it's going to be a first down for Lawrence, and the drive continues. That was a big defensive stand, and right there again. And I have to agree, there was a little bit of there might have been a little bit of contact, but I actually think it was better, good defensive type of pressure.
You know what I'm looking for from the Pemberton defense? Can they hold this Lawrence team and get them off the field? You know, they gave up a 71-yarder. Now it's a penalty where Lawrence had just had a penalty, so they're helping the other team.
Yeah, we're going to find out in about a few minutes. It's going to be first down and 10. Ball spotted at about, looks to be the Lawrence's own 43-yard, or I should say, 45. The run again goes to Johnson. Johnson cuts to the outside and takes it, looks like to about midfield. It's going to be about a 7-yard run here. And that's going to make it down, second down and 3. Good tackle again, as mentioned. Looks like by Tysheen Williams, but again, Will Johnson, again, it looks like just 2. I thought it was at least 4 or 5 yards. Will Johnson, again, continuing to elude his blockers.
He's the workhorse on this team. They continue to go to him. I'm surprised they haven't run that counter play that got them the touchdown. So I think that we'll be seeing that soon.
Well, here's their guy again, as mentioned in the backfield, number 20. This is the guy that scored that 71-yard run. He is in the backfield, so you know this is probably going to be another draw play as one goes in motion. That's Tanner Adamczyk. And this time it looks like that is Adamczyk. And again breaks some tackles. Down the sideline he goes. 10-5, touchdown again. And another 50, or should say 40 or more touchdown run again. This one had to be, let's see how many yards this one was. How long do you think that one was?
There's a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play, thanks to Brian Warren.
So, but what we did see was another counter there. You know, they've only run 2 of them, and they've been very successful. The defensive ends have to contain. They cannot let the ball get to the outside like just happened there.
Well, right there again, Tanner Adamczyk, first carry, and already he's in positive yards. He gets on the board. I don't even know if they've even counted the touchdown now. It looks like it's going to be good. Okay, so wait a minute. Oh, it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown. It was so it was a defensive penalty. Illegal block in the back again, as mentioned, has been called
against the defense.
I was a little surprised myself. I didn't think Adamczyk even had. I didn't think there was any type of penalty. So again, we'll say about a 55. We'll probably say about I'm going to say a 50-yard touchdown run for Tanner Adamczyk, 1 for 1, and just like that, that opens a hole for Lawrence. Looking for the point after, spotted, kick up and good. Oh, no, they're going to say it's no good. Now, I don't understand why. It looked like it was right down the middle on my end.
It's off to the left just a little bit there.
Oh, I couldn't really, I couldn't tell by that. We'll take a short break again. The score, 13-6. Lawrence leads Pemberton on the new high school network. It's all about sports. Back here again at William McDowell Field here at Helen A. Fort Middle School. I'm Jake Schwartz again for the It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network's inaugural season. Football, basketball, track and field, along with hockey will be among those we will be covering in the high school sports world. Right now it is our Pemberton scrimmage as Pemberton trails Lawrence
14-6.
Actually, that's wrong. It's 13-6.
Oh, yes.
I missed the extra point. It is 13-6 on the strength of 2 rushing touchdowns from Lawrence High School's runners. First, number 20, whose name we do not know, but we do know this gentleman, Tanner Adamczyk, almost 49 yards. His first play from scrimmage. He takes it back to the house. And again, the struggles, it seems like, continue, Brian, for this Pemberton defense, because again they are opening, I should say Lawrence is opening a huge hole for their runners. And keeping this in mind, this is mostly like a Joe Gibbs type Washington Redskins team that just likes to run the football.
Yeah, well, Pemberton just has to contain on that last play. They just got outside the defense. They just have to turn the play back in. But here we go, first down.
All right, Pemberton again is on offense here, and now we're going to see Andrew Heck, who also plays as the team's backup quarterback. We see him a lot during the basketball season, where he plays with his father, Roy Heck, who's also been around for close to a decade now with the school.
No doubt, no doubt. His brother's also out there.
That would be Andrew Heck, very well-respected member of the Pemberton School District. What's your take on a guy like Roy Heck, who also happens to be helping his sons as a member of the coaching staff.
You can't get it any better than that. You know, you coach your kids when they're in high school. You're right there every day in the trenches. You got to love it.
I think Roy has done a really good job as well as a basketball coach. But here's Andrew Heck again, who also plays receiver and safety. Play action, rolls to his right, looking downfield, and he's got his man. It is Westmoreland, and he takes it down to about the 35, but not before a pickup, I got to say, at least of 31 yards.
Yeah.
Now 35, actually, to be exact.
Yeah, it was a good throw. Good throw, roll out, and be able to see downfield. It's what you need. The variety of their offense right now is opening up. Pemberton's offense is going to be okay.
Pemberton definitely looks like a team that could be among the teams to beat. They'll open their season again a week from Friday when they head to Princeton High School, not to be confused with Princeton Day. There's so many of those high schools again here in the New Jersey area, so a good test again comes next Friday night for Pemberton and Lawrence. Well, we don't officially know their schedule, but we'll let you know. And again, for more information on upcoming high school sports, visit us at it'sallaboutsports.com. Right now, the handoff goes to, it looks like that's once again, that is their man Redding. We have yet to see the Absegami transfer Jermaine Clay, and what an offseason addition that he was, Brian, this year for Pemberton, if you happen to know who Jermaine Clay is.
No, but I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm going to tell you what, the running backs are young, the wide receivers are young, but they're athletic. Pemberton has some athletic kids. They just need to be able to take care of the ball. Don't drop passes and no turnovers, and they're going to have a very successful season.
Heck again, it looks like he's got a second down here, maybe about 8 on a 2-yard gain. Heck fires again, completes this one again. That actually is Tysheen Williams, who wears number 2.
Very
he's
nice.
Got enough for a first down.
Yeah,
that was about an 8-yard completion.
Right. The last time he went right through his hands. This time he has stick 'em on him. He's ready.
Well, Williams, I was going to say, you better hope he's got some stick 'em. He's got hopefully more than just that. Again, 13-6. Pemberton trails Lawrence. Again, the scoreboard is not up. This is only just a scrimmage, but this is a good test for both of these teams for their final scrimmages to get ready 1 week from today. They'll enjoy Labor Day weekend, which is coming up this weekend, and then they'll get focused for the regular season because high school football is officially back in the state of New Jersey next week. And the handoff once again goes to Redding. It's not much on that one.
No, he may have gotten a yard, but it's only second down now, so they're okay.
I don't even know how many minutes there are again as mentioned in the quarter. Now I will unfortunately have to leave early, so we'll let Brian Warwick is going to fill in for me, and he's going to tell you everything you need to know for this upcoming season. Again, coming up this weekend, we don't know for sure. We'll let you know about the Roman and West Catholic game. It's kind of a 50-50 right now. I'd say it's probably unlikely. But we will have the 4 o'clock game. That will be Newman and Columbia in Pennsylvania action in the Wildwood Showdown. That pass, again, is caught by Studeman. Almost intercepted. That looked like, at first, it looked like, again, Heck just almost threw that one into the hands of the Lawrence defenders.
But I'll tell you what I like about the young man. No one man's bringing him down. He was gang tackled there. You know, that's how he got that last touchdown. He broke about four tackles, but this time the whole team was there to get him.
I think the quarter, it looks like, has come to a close, and so have I, as it looks like this is all the time that I have left because it is 4:45 and I have to get going. We're going to give the reins to Brian Warwick. He's going to fill in for the rest of the day. I'll see you this weekend in Wildwood, New Jersey. Newman Goretti taking on Columbia, possibly Roman and West Catholic in the Labor Day Showdown. Until then, from all of us at It's All About Sports, Brian Warwick will finish up for me. Brian, looking forward to working with you again this season, my friend. And we'll be back again with Brian Warwick right after this. At the end of the first, Lawrence leads Pemberton 13-6.
Okay, welcome back here. It's the second quarter. We have Pemberton down on the 9.5-yard line trying to get into the end zone here. This is Brian Warwick. I'm going to be bringing you the action for the rest of the second quarter here. So we've got Heck in a shotgun for Pemberton. And we've got a handoff. Handoff to number 14 trying to fight his way in the backfield. Lawrence did an excellent job there breaking through the offensive line. It looks like a little bit of a loss or no gain at all, one of the two. It's just a slight loss. So it's second down, 10 yards to go for a touchdown for Pemberton. Or they could kick a field goal. We never know. So we want to remind everybody that we'll be having games at Wildwood this weekend. You'll be able to look at that at All About Sports. Basically, it's on demand. So again, Pemberton's in the shotgun. We've got wide receivers in the slot on both sides. And snap is dropped. The snap was a little low. So that's going to make it 3rd down, and it looks like 15. So Pemberton's going to have a challenge here. I'm sure they're going to try to get it in the end zone, though. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Pemberton was on a roll, though, earlier. It just seems that there are a couple mistakes here. Let's push them back slightly. But here we go again. It looks like Pemberton's going to be in the shotgun again, so we are going to see a passing play. Or, no, heck, looks like he's going under center.
Who's on? You're on. You're off.
So we've got an I formation slot right. And here we go, rolling right. Oh, great pass. Dropped by number 21. We apologize for not having the names of everyone, but we don't have a roster. This is just a scrimmage. So Pemberton looks like they're going for it on 4th down. 4th and 15, looks like they're trying to get into the end zone because they cannot get a 1st down. So these mistakes, you know, a bad snap, a drop pass, is really stalling them. So here, Pemberton's going to need to get 15 to get into the end zone. We've got a shotgun again. And we are throwing to the end zone, and it's tipped and then tipped by Pemberton. Great defensive play by the Lawrence defensive back. So it looks like we're going to have a change of possession, and Lawrence is going to take over on the 15. This is going to be a great opportunity for the Pemberton defense to step up. They have yet to be able to hold the Lawrence offense. So both teams are a week away from starting their regular season. They look pretty sharp. So hopefully, if you can't make it out to the games, you're going to be tuning in to It's All About Sports. You'll be able to see loved ones play. And here we go. Lawrence line up in an I formation pro right. And they are back to the running attack. And wow, they have 9 yards there. Running back Will Johnson, who's been the workhorse today. That offensive line from Lawrence is doing an excellent job. Pemberton's got to tighten up their defensive line if we're going to do something about them. All right, Lawrence breaks the huddle. They are again in I formation in their pro left. 2nd and 1. Little motion. And of course, it's Will Johnson again. And it looks like he's picked up the 1st down. You know, Lawrence doesn't look like they really want to throw the ball, which may prompt Pemberton to put an extra person in the box. We don't know, but we've got to figure out a way to stop this running attack. Lawrence is out of the huddle in their pro right this time, tight end on the right side. Outstanding job. Outstanding job by the Pemberton defensive line that time. Those guys are taking a little pride in it, and I know they want to get him off the field. We want to see a punt. We haven't seen a punt yet.
Mike, Brick, stay thunder.
Brick, stay thunder.
So again, both teams are scrimmaging. They're getting ready for regular season, which will open very soon. 1 week for Pemberton. They'll be at, I believe they play Princeton High School. Oh, I love it. Pemberton was on the counter this time. Last time that counter play went for 71 yards. They held them to no yardage on that play. So now we have a 3rd and 9. Looks like Lawrence will have to throw the ball for a change. Pemberton defense is doing a good job. A couple of the young men look a little tired out there. But this would be huge if they could stop them on this play.
Left hand, break, left hand.
Again, I formation. Okay, there's a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And they have stopped the play. It looks like it being a scrimmage, they don't want to see the quarterback really get tackled in the backfield. So now we have 4th down and 9, and Lawrence is lining up for a punt, our first punt of the game. Here it is, almost the middle of the 2nd quarter.
Everything's live but the tackle. Protect yourselves, fellas.
So everything is going to be live on this play except for the tackle of the ball carrier. So this is great preparation, though, for these teams before the first game. With concussions being such an issue in football, they just want to make sure that they take every care they can for the players. So the snap is back. The punt is off. Oh, it's a little short. And Lawrence has downed the punt. So, hey, this is Brian Warwick. We're going to be right back at you. This is all about sports. Okay, welcome back. This is Brian Warwick with It's All About Sports, and we have Pemberton with the ball. It's, I believe, the middle of the 2nd. We're not sure. The scoreboard's not working. The officials have the time on the field. This is a scrimmage. Well, so Pemberton starts out with trips to the left and a wide receiver right. We're in a shotgun, and it looks like we have a false start on Pemberton. So formation looked good, but Pemberton is just still trying to work out the kinks, and that's what scrimmages are for. Scrimmages are for working out the kinks, getting everything right before the first game. You got to understand the wide receivers are young, the running backs are young, and they're a little jittery, but they're going to be okay. They look good. They look very athletic. The wide receiver and the running back. So it's 1st and 15.
All right, we'll try the Hewitt pack.
And they're going to try to see what we can do here. Here we go.
Yeah, it's the Hewitt pack. I want to see if they can do it against
Run around the left end. Beautiful, beautiful block by wide receiver Heck downfield. But again, these young running backs for Pemberton have some great athletic ability with them. So now we have 2nd down and 2 yards to go for a first. Pemberton seems to be opening things up just a little bit. Lawrence, who's coming off a rebuilding year last year, looked like they built something. They look pretty good today. So we've got 2 wide receivers right. Pemberton's in an I formation. They're split tight end left.
Come on, go!
Same running back, busting through for about 9 yards. It looks like Pemberton has found something on the left side of the line. They're running very successfully over there. So we have to give credit to the tackle and guard on that side. So we're now on the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Pemberton looking to close in on this score. It's 13-6 Lawrence. On a nice overcast day at Coach McDonough's field. We have slot wide receivers both sides. We're looking for a little motion. Heck comes in motion. We're running the ball again. Nice stiff arm. Oh no, ball's out. Oh. It looks like it could have been a fumble, but the official calls the runner down by contact. So there is no instant replay. We can save that for the NFL, which will be occurring Sunday. We now have the 4-minute warning for the second quarter, 4 minutes before the half.
Turn it up a little early.
Pemberton's got a 2nd and 14 now because of the loss on that play. And I'm sure they're going to air it out this time. We've got an I formation. We've got inverted slot right, split left. And Pemberton has elected to call timeout. So we're going to take a break here. This is Brian Warwick with It's All About Sports, and we're going to be back in a second. Okay, this is Brian Warwick, and we're back at it'sallaboutsports.com. There was a timeout taken by Pemberton. It's 2nd down, 14 yards. Looks like the ball is on the 30-yard line. It's exactly the 30-yard line. So here we go with Pemberton in shotgun. They've got slot right, slot left, one running back. And a little bit of motion. They fake the run, and they look long, and he's open across the middle. Touchdown, number 88. A beautiful throw by the quarterback. Just a beautiful throw. When you can hit a wide receiver in stride, that's the number one thing a quarterback can do. Put it right in his hands, never broke stride, made it right into the end zone. Pemberton has some diversity. They can run, they can throw. They're going to be a team to watch out for. So we're lining up for Pemberton. They're looking to tie the game up. We have a 13-12 game. Extra point here will tie it up.
I'll let him know, John.
To make it 13 all.
Got 3.
Pemberton seems to be short one player.
Okay.
And now we have him on the field. And here we go for the extra point. And we've got a whistle. I don't know if it looks like we're going to have a false start or snap infraction. Okay, against Pemberton. So we will replay. I'm sure Lawrence will take the penalty. And we will attempt again the extra point. So we've got a very competitive scrimmage here. Very competitive. We're now going to try a extra point from the 15, which makes it a 25-yard extra point attempt. This is good preparation for if you're going to try to be kicking a field goal during the season. So here we go. And he just gets it over. So there it is. We're tied up 13 all. We have about 2.5 minutes to go in the half. And this is Brian Warwick with it'sallaboutsports.com. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the Pemberton Lawrence scrimmage. This is Brian Warwick with it'sallaboutsports.com. That last touchdown was caught by Will Hodges. Will Hodges has some very good hands. The ball was right there, but caught it like a pro. Gotta love it. So the score is all tied up 13 all. Remember, this is a scrimmage. Even though we're kicking off, we will, or the referees will, down it once the runner catches the ball and takes a couple steps. So Pemberton's preparing for the regular season. They're 1 week away. They're probably one day more. They probably start Friday night. So here we go. Excellent kick. And there's the whistle. So what we have now is a tie game. We have about 2 minutes left. We're actually getting a little bit of rain, but this is football. This is what it's all about. Players have to learn how to deal with the weather conditions. So Lawrence is running out there with the same unit, and there's Will Johnson. He's been the workhorse for them for the whole first half. The young man's got to have at least 60 yards. Quarterback's coming out. As a matter of fact, we have a new quarterback for Lawrence. He's wearing number 22. Not 100% sure. This may be the same young man. They may have given him a different jersey because I don't see the previous quarterback on the sideline. This could be him, but we'll find out soon.
Watch screen! Watch screen!
Okay, so they got a slot left, and Will Johnson's out here now. Oh, it's a draw play. And excellent tackle. They got 5 yards on the play.
Come on, Kobe!
So it's going to be second and 5. And Lawrence looks like they're in their 2-minute hurry-up offense. They are ready to go. Oh, the pass seemed to be right there. Number 1 really wasn't ready. So this is Chip Kelly offense right here. Everybody on a quick pace, but Lawrence goes back into a huddle. And why not? Because they threw an incomplete pass, so the clock stops. So we've got it at 13 all.
Go get him, mate! Jermaine!
And it is third down. Third down and about 6 yards. So Lawrence will probably need to pick up 6, or they might be punting. Who knows?
I'm a melt. What?
Play the trap.
Oh, they got it. It looks like there was holding on that play. Yeah, everybody called it from the sideline. Everybody called it from the sideline. Number 99 for Pemberton, right defensive end, was held on that play. And I'm sure they're going to take the penalty. And that's going to put Lawrence in a difficult situation. It will be third down and probably 14.
On the offense, decline. Okay? We have a holding on the offense. Decline. Fourth down.
Oh, Pemberton declines. Pemberton declines to make it fourth down. Very good call by the coaches. And Pemberton calls timeout. So this is allaboutsports.com, and we're going to be right back at you. Okay, this is Brian Warwick. I'm back with you. It's allaboutsports.com. It is fourth down. Lawrence has the ball on their 28-yard line, and they've got 4th and 7 to go. It looks like they're going to punt. They're in punt formation, but the Pemberton coaches are concerned about a fake. We have less than 2 minutes to go in the half. So here we go. Pemberton's all over the fake. I'm sure they're going to punt it away.
Back up.
Watch the move!
And it punts away.
Get away!
And it's short, and now it's down. So that was a punt of 21 yards. So this has worked out for Pemberton. Pemberton, we really don't know the time, but I would say it's about a minute, and they will have the opportunity to try to get it into the end zone. Now, for all you guys, it's allaboutsports.com. It's going to be down in Wildwood this weekend, possibly doing a doubleheader that you will be able to see at it'sallaboutsports.com. So we have 21 seconds left in the half. Pemberton has 1 timeout remaining with 21 seconds to go, and they have the ball on the Lawrence 48-yard line.
Back up.
Everybody back up. Let's go.
So they are now in trips left, one split right, one back in the backfield. And it looks like it's not going to work. Quarterback goes down. Heck goes down. There wasn't much protection there. Nobody was really open. So Pemberton calls timeout, and we're going to be right back with you from it'sallaboutsports.com. Okay, this is Brian Ward with it'sallaboutsports.com coming back at you. It's second down. There's 15 seconds to go before the half. Pemberton is lined up in an I formation, and they don't have any more timeouts. However, the clock will stop on an incomplete pass or on a first down. And again, we have not much protection, but Lawrence was blitzing on the play as they get to Heck, and that looks like it's going to do it for the half. Oh, I'm sorry. Pemberton had one more timeout. They just called timeout. So we're going to stick with you on this timeout. Pemberton has showed some good things. Pemberton has showed, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's halftime. So at the half, we have a score of 13-13, Pemberton versus Lawrence High School. As we take a break now, remember, this is it'sallaboutsports.com. Okay, welcome back to it'sallaboutsports.com. We're starting the third quarter, and basically the JV players are in on the scrimmages, so we don't have any names. We have numbers, and it's Pemberton versus Lawrence. And Lawrence is running right up the middle, and a great tackle by number 9. Lawrence is number 27, busted through the line, but number 9 closed the gap. Beautiful play. So basically the score is 0-0 between these two units, as the varsities had a 13-all tie in their 2 quarters of playing.
You got to practice every day. You get to play, right? Give me one step, guys.
So here comes Lawrence. They're coming out of the huddle.
Richie, remember, you're reading number 2. If he's blocking, Richie, read number 2. If he's blocking, close down.
Temple.
Step up.
We're lined up right now, and it's a pro left for Lawrence. And they're sticking to the same thing as the varsities are trying to run the ball. But it looks like Pemberton closed the hole extremely fast.
That's no ball right there.
Watch your hands in the neutral zone, okay?
They're getting 20 points. So just keep this defensive point.
So we now have third down. You know what? There are no down markers. So in situations like this, normally they'll give the offensive team 10 plays, and then they may punt or just take the ball down the other end and give it to the other team. So we really don't know the yardage situation here. But it's their third down now. And if it would be 5 yards, it would be 3rd and 5, but we'll see. He's back to pass. He lays out in the flat, but Pemberton is all over that. All over that. And there's no gain on that play. Okay, here we go. These young men are working hard. These young men are working hard. Pemberton's defense looks good. In 3 plays, they've only given up 5 yards. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do for the rest of the way.
It's also nice when you can take players from all. Who you telling? Let's be honest, huh? Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know they got players from Violent. That's where I'm from. Oh, wow. Run. Get in there.
This young man, 27 for Lawrence, runs extremely hard. I don't know what year he is, but he's a workhorse. They've gone 4 downs, and that would have been a first down for them. This is play 5.
You're going to play the second set, too, because you play, right?
I'm going to let him take a couple of field too.
There's 4 corners that I had. When we go back on defense again, you guys are each going to get 5 plays. Right now, don't worry about that because we're going to 10 plays over on offense. All right, here we go.
All right, here's Lawrence with an eye slot right. And they pitch left. Some decent blocking, 27's running extremely hard. Pemberton's there. Looks like a 3-yard pickup, but they gang tackle number 27. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this Pemberton program, these kids like to hit. They're not afraid of contact. You gotta love it.
You're the 3 technique.
Alex, you're the 3.
You're the 3. Frank was over there. Frank was to the right.
Line, square yourself up.
No.
You know, things aren't as smooth as they are with the varsity. It's taking these teams just a little bit longer to get out of the huddle. And the referees will not call delay a game because this is a scrimmage. We're just trying to get these young men acclimated to playing at the varsity level. So Lawrence has a slot right, and they're throwing in the air. It's up. It's caught by 15. Great hands. Great hands.
That was your area. Unless you're told to blitz, you don't blitz. That was your area. Corey, you were told to go?
Nothing else. It should have been a dead
Don't
ball.
go every time. That was a pass. That was a hook curl.
So I'll tell you what, Lawrence is moving. Even though there are no first down markers, they seem to still be getting 10 yards every 4 downs. So the Pemberton defense, even though they've been hitting, they just need to contain them a little bit. So here goes Lawrence. This time they're going slot left. Shotgun, 1 running back in there, split right. Pemberton defense, Pemberton's in their 4-3 defense. 2 safeties over the top. Got a little motion. And they hand off to the motion man. He swings around the corner. And he gets 8 yards.
Victor.
Coach, get ready out. Play 8.
Okay, so this is the 8th play of the drive for Lawrence. And 3 more plays, and then the ball will be Pemberton's ball. And this is normally how they do these scrimmages. Sometimes they don't even play like a game. Even with the varsity, they'll do 10 plays and then they'll give it to the other team. They won't even punt it. So the object is to keep them out of the end zone in 10 plays. So here we go on the 8th play of this drive. Lawrence sets up in an inverted slot right. Split left I formation.
One's got to step up, the other one's got to be back.
Okay.
Step up, 84.
We're
Step
not
up.
sure.
Step up. Step up.
See, these young men are just trying to get their act together. They actually had 12 players on the field. Now they're in a pro left. And he's in motion. And they feel it's illegal motion. It's illegal motion, even though it was a great run. Some good blocking. So now we're on the 9th play. I'm not sure if they're even going to take the penalty. And they're not. They're not taking the penalty. So we're on our 9th play. Pemberton just needs to keep them outside of the end zone, which is 36 yards away.
I thought they were the varsity. They were the wow. People they don't want to play. I don't want him to be too discouraged. Give him a chance to look at this. Make the stand, Paul. Come on, Clay, get set.
You're off, right? You're off.
Come on,
All right, here we go. We've got an I formation pro right.
go.
Lawrence is probably going to keep it on the ground, and they do. However, It seems to be a false start.
So fast, but he's so undisciplined.
It seems to be a false start by Lawrence, so they're going to replay the play. So it's still play 9, and Lawrence comes back to the line.
Like they did to Billy Lager when Billy was a sophomore, where they didn't even block Billy because they ran the belly without blocking. They influenced Billy, and Billy would never check the fullback.
So Lawrence isn't sure what they want to do. They're back in the huddle now. All right, but these are growing pains. This is what the preseason's all about. Young players are trying to understand what they need to do to make it to the varsity. Sometimes you have some new players who've never even played football who are out here. All right, here we go. We're back at the line. Lawrence is going with a inverted slot right, I formation. And here we go. It looks like a pass. Quarterback, they blow the whistle a little early because it's a scrimmage. They don't want to see the quarterbacks get injured. Clearly, he may have gotten away, but we're just erring on the safe side. So this is the last. This is the last play, and then Pemberton's going to take over on offense. I'm sure Lawrence is going to put it up in the air. There's no reason they don't.
Let's go, Jacob!
Put on 50 pounds. He needs reverse Herbalife.
So don't forget, you can always go to it'sallaboutsports.com to see the list of games that you can request online. All right, for the last play for Lawrence, they've got a slot right formation. They got a standing tight end on the left, and they're in an I formation in the backfield. Here we go. It looks like, and he is throwing it to the outside. 23 has it. He's trying to elude runners, but it was a good play as he picked up 15 yards. So now we're making a transition. This will be Pemberton's ball. And we're going to be right back to you. It's allaboutsports.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and this is Brian Ward with it'sallaboutsports.com.
Yeah, we're good. Count 'em.
Now Pemberton JVs will take over the ball. It's first of 10 plays from the 25-yard line. So Pemberton has come out in they are not sure where they're lining up. They had 2 tackles on the left. They're coming out in the I formation, pro right. And we have a fumble and a hard hit by number 27 from Lawrence. So there's loss of a yard, maybe, not even. It's the same way. No. It's loss of 2 yards, and this is the second play. So theoretically, it's 2nd and 12. All right, here we go. Pemberton's coming out. They've got an I formation. They've got a pro right. And again, a fumble. He picks it up and hands the ball off. But it looks like the quarterback's knee was down. So they are down before the quarterback can even hand it off. And again, it's just a preseason. These guys, they've got to work out the kinks. They've got to get it together before the regular season starts next week. I'm sure the coaches are going to be going over all of this all week on the quarterback center exchange.
Ride it. Come forward. Ride it. His wrist hurts.
So they can do one or two things here. They could go to a shotgun, which might help the quarterback out, or they can get better concentration between the center and quarterback exchange. But this is now the third play. We're going to see Pemberton again is in the I formation, pro right. and we hand off to the tailback who busts through, but there's a flag on the play, and it's normally in the area of holding. And that is what it is. We have holding. So we're going to back this up just a little bit, and this is going to be the 4th play. They called that on number 59. You know, it's a shame. They never call your number when you do great things on the offensive line. They only call your number when you have penalties. But that's the nature of football. Pemberton breaks the huddle. Again, they're in an I formation. They're in pro right. Lawrence is in their 4-3 defense. And we are passing. And it's knocked down. Pass is knocked down.
Run your route hard. Stop being nervous.
So we were lucky today. The weather held out. It could have been some rain. It spit on everyone a little bit, but you can handle that in football as long as there was no thunder. We're only a week away. We've had some unbelievably hot weather. These young men are in probably great shape because of the hot weather, but they're looking forward to the cool temperatures that it looks like we're going to be having soon to open up the season. Pemberton again comes to the line. They love the I formation, pro right. Better exchange. Quarterback drops back. He throws. He's got it out. Unfortunately, it's a little high. So Pemberton's varsity is going to start, I believe, next Friday night. And then the JV will probably play. I don't know if they play the following Tuesday after Labor Day or they play Friday as well. But there's enough time for them to get it together, work out some kinks. You're looking at itsallaboutsports.com. One of the premier cable channel live stream stations in South Jersey. Can't go wrong. Again, we're in an I pro formation. It is a handoff, but the defense is right there as they handle it off. Pemberton JVs, I believe it's play 7. We've got 4 more to go. They've got to pull it together, get something positive going here. All right, here we go. We've got a split backfield. He's in the shotgun. Bad snap, but the runner's got it. Number 20's handoff, and it looks good. He's busting through. He's out the sideline. They tackle him. It's a saving tackle as he's tackled 25 yards downfield. The young man saved a touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Pemberton actually, they have some talent. They just have to get their discipline down. The junior varsity is going to be okay. Here we go. Same play at opposite side. Really a good block by number 6. And there's 3-yard loss on the play. Lawrence is extremely aggressive on defense.
You're going to play right corner.
So here we go with the 9th play for Pemberton. The ball's on the Pemberton own 45 on the left hash mark. This is it'sallaboutsports.com. We will be coming to you throughout the season for basketball, obviously football, and track and field. Also, we will have field hockey. So that's boys and girls basketball, field hockey, football, and boys and girls track and field. So I think people are going to be pleased this year. Pemberton in I formation. They fake the run. The quarterback's got it. He throws short. He's got number 6. He makes a nice move, and he's out of bounds at the 40. Very nice play. Very nice play by Pemberton. So I believe this could be the last play.
Defense down here, get ready. Job. So you're starting, you got 5 plays, okay, then you're coming out. 13 other people. No, 5 plays for defense, and you get plays that you play on offense. Play the T on offense.
So here we go. Pemberton's back in the huddle. They've made some progress over the last 4 plays. Now, here we go for the last play that they're going to have. They're pro left, tight end, which means tight end on the left, and you have a flanker. And split backfield in the shotgun. They could be going deep. It's a snap, goes right through quarterback's hands. He throws a 20, who drops the pass. And unfortunately, that is it for Pemberton. So we're going to be right back. This is Brian Warwick with it'sallaboutsports.com. We're going to take a break. Okay, this is Brian Warwick, it'sallaboutsports.com. We're back at you now. This being a scrimmage, no time. They just play plays. Lawrence has the ball again, and this is the first of their 10 plays. Now, these are the junior varsity guys. They're getting themselves together. They're ready. They're like a week away from their opening game. So they need this preparation just as much as the varsity. And this is a prime example. They don't have 11 players on the field. So it's okay. The young men are just trying to get themselves together. We now have a left tackle. I hope he knows the play. But we have slot left, tight end right, flanker right, and we have one back in the backfield, and we're going shotgun with Lawrence right now. Lawrence in a little shotgun. We got a little motion. Oh, and he hands it to the motion man, who gets around the corner, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like there's a possible hold on the play. So here we go. This is the second play of Lawrence's 10 plays. Opportunity for Pemberton's defense to improve. Opportunity for Lawrence's offense to improve. These are the young men that are going to play JV, and possibly one of these guys can move up to varsity. You never know as the season goes on. We're in the shotgun. Better throw, wide open. 11 breaks the tackle. 11 is still on his feet and running. And the fourth man brings him down in the secondary. That was a good play. 15-yard pickup for Lawrence. We're now on the third play. Pemberton and Lawrence Junior Varsity is here. And now the sun has come out. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day at Helen Middle School. Lawrence breaks the huddle. Here we go. We got shotgun again. We got slot right. One back in the backfield. We have motion by Lawrence. Pretty good snap. We got a runner, number 23 for Lawrence, but he's tackled at the line. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle by Pemberton defense. I couldn't quite make out who made that tackle, but I heard them say Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, hats off to you. So we're 8 days away from starting the season in New Jersey high school football. Actually, some teams in New Jersey are playing this weekend. Majority of the teams are probably playing in 2 weeks. It's when the whole state will be in action. So here's Lawrence with an I formation, pro right. There's a fumble on the play. The ball is loose. Pemberton has it. Pemberton doesn't have it. Pemberton has it again.
I know. Him and doing extra. Rick, do you not remember our recovery drill?
So I'm not sure who recovered that, but it doesn't really matter because Lawrence is going to get their 10 offensive plays.
Rick wanted a touchdown.
His synapse wasn't working.
If you fall and you die,
Lawrence breaks the huddle, and they have a I formation, pro right. Pemberton is in their standard 4-3 defense, 2 safeties over the top. And they're running the ball right up the gut. And Bobo makes the tackle in the backfield. You couldn't ask for a better day. The temperature's been outrageous the last couple of weeks, and it just broke this morning. We're in the low 80s. We're probably in the 70s right now as we play this. And the kids are enjoying it as it's 79 degrees. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day for football. Beautiful day. Lawrence is out of the huddle. They're going pro left this time with an I formation.
Coach, we have double gap.
And they're running the ball, but there's a fumble, and it looks like Pemberton recovers. But as I said, Lawrence will retain possession. As in the scrimmage format, we're going to allow Lawrence to have the ball for 10 possessions, and then Pemberton will have the ball on offense for 10 possessions. So, you know, the games are good, but they're not as good as when the band is here, the cheerleaders are here, the parents and the student body are here. Things really get pumped up. But right now, they're giving us a good effort out here. They really are. So, Lawrence is back out. They're in a pro left, I formation. Pemberton in their typical 4-3. They pitch right. Oh, he runs through one tackle, but then he is wrapped up by number 27 from Pemberton. Number 27 from Pemberton tackles number 27 from Lawrence.
Javi, Javi, where are you?
So I've lost track of the plays, but we're nearing the 10th play. That I do know. Lawrence is in their typical I formation. They are pro right with a flanker right, and the quarterback drops the ball. So there's a lot of excitement. You know, when you come near the end of camp, players have a lot of energy. They're ready for the season to get started. So this is a good thing. You see the varsity players on the sideline rooting for the JV players. These guys make a good play. They're rooting for them. It's just all that brotherhood together. Everyone playing together, pulling as one. So we now have a shotgun formation for Lawrence. They're slot left. And here we go. He stops. Okay, we got a pass out to 27 who catches, and he is depleted, as we would say back in the day, by number 25.
Make sure you bring your football out with you.
So here we go. I've got to believe it's the last play for Lawrence. I apologize. I lost track of the plays because there were so many penalties. Lawrence is probably in their typical I formation as they come to the line, and I am correct. They are going I formation. They are going, I don't know, pro left it looks. And they're running right up the gut with 27. He's carrying people 5 to 6 yards. And there it is. We're going to be right back as we change possession. This is Brian Warwick with It'sAllAboutSports.com. And here we go as Pemberton has possession. And there it is, sweep around the left end. And these guys look more proficient than they did the first time around when they had the ball. This is Brian Warwick. I'm with It'sAllAboutSports.com. These are the Pemberton JVs versus the Lawrence JVs. And the format is 10 offensive plays. Then you change possession. But I believe these are the last 10 offensive plays. So this is Pemberton's second play. They look much more efficient on the first play back. They break the huddle. They come out with a I formation. Flanker on the left, tight end left. And they fake the run up the gut. The quarterback has a keeper. And he's running, and he's around the end, and he eludes a tackle. He's down the sideline, and he's snatched out at the 50-yard line. Very, very good play by the young quarterback. So now Pemberton has gained 20 yards on that play. And they seem to be a little bit more lively as they know these are the last couple of plays that they're going to have before they open up their regular season. So there's some excitement that's brewing here. All right, Pemberton breaks the huddle. They're actually going with a pro right, tight end right. They're going with shotgun split backs, flanker right. And it's a bad snap, but the quarterback handles it. Quarterback fakes outside, goes inside, and then he is gang tackled. There's a loss of 5 yards on the play. So the center's got to snap it just a little bit better. Get things moving. We're now into the 4th play of the drive. We have yet to have one of the JV programs score. They both received the ball at the 25-yard line and were given 10 plays. So the opportunity to score is right here for the Pemberton JVs to win this. As they break the huddle, we're going to see what type of formation we have, which looks like it's tight end right, split right, and we have split backfield. Shotgun again, he catches a low snap. There's a blitz, but the quarterback breaks through. Quarterback, however, cannot elude the secondary rush. He is taken down for a loss. Folks, you'll be able to look up it'sallaboutsports.com all year to see some exciting football, field hockey, boys and girls basketball, and boys and girls track and field. This should be an exciting year, as it always is in New Jersey. Football, basketball, track and field, field hockey. We have some of the best high school sports in the tri-state area. Pemberton breaks the huddle. They're going with a tight end left, flanker left, which means pro left. I formation backfield. Quarterback's under center. He fakes it. He runs around right end. He's throwing, but he throws a tad low and a little bit behind. We're working on the 6th play. There's still an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, Dave, I think Walcott did it and got away with it too. He's a lot younger than me.
Don't forget, it's allaboutsports.com. Look us up. You're going to like what you see. Pemberton breaks the huddle. They go pro left. Tight end left, flanker left. They have split backfield. Quarterback's in shotgun. Beautiful snap, 25 with the ball with a great spin move. And he's still pushing the pile. Picked up 7 yards there. Pemberton's not looking bad. This is a young program this year. Their offensive line, they return a lot of players. They have a veteran quarterback, but their backfield's young. Their wide receiver crew is young. So obviously they're young on the junior varsity as well. So you're going to have to look for some good things from Pemberton this year. They have a little bit of talent. Here we go. Pemberton breaks the huddle. Split backfield, shotgun, good snap again. We throw a lateral to number 20. 20 runs it, oh my goodness. Number 23 from Lawrence comes up and serves him up with a nice hit. As we're coming to the conclusion today, going to remind you about it'sallaboutsports.com. You'll find lots of information from the tri-state area there, as we will continue to broadcast through the year. Football, boys and girls basketball, field hockey, boys and girls track and field. Here we go. It was a fake. The quarterback's got it. Nice move. He throws. Oh! It hits him right in the hands. It's a shame. It's a shame. It was a good throw by number 14. Number 14, he can ad-lib a little bit. He's got some great athletic ability. Number 27 to get that next time. He won't allow that to happen again. Beautiful day here. Wrapping it up. We've had some good football being played here by both sides. All right, Pemberton breaks the huddle. We've got split backfield. We've got shotgun. We've got pro right. Pemberton looks like they want to throw the ball this time, and they are. Quarterback's back. He's throwing deep. 27. Oh, it's over his head, and we have an interception. Lawrence brings it back. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. And a big hit by the quarterback to knock him out of bounds. You've got to love that. Quarterback throws an interception. He's got a little frustration, and he laid the DB out. So that wraps it up. Great play, great day of football. I just want to remind everybody that this is Brian Ward. I'm with it'sallaboutsports.com. You can check us out online, but we're going to be coming back to you soon. We're going to come back to you very soon. We're going to have high school football. We're going to have boys and girls basketball. We're going to have girls field hockey. We're going to have boys and girls track and field. Until then, everybody take care.